Welcome to the May 1st meeting of the Rotary Club of Jamestown. Please join me in reciting the Pledge of Allegiance, singing our national anthem, and repeating the four-way test. I pledge allegiance. Let's repeat the four-way test. The things we think, say, or do, is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendships? Will it be beneficial to all concerned? Our invocation today is given by Pastor Lee Magnuson.
Let us pray. Dear Lord our God, we give you great thanks this day for the opportunity to gather together as brothers and sisters in this wonderful organization. We ask you, Lord, your blessing on the food we've eaten to strengthen us to do your work in this community and throughout the world. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Thank you, Lee. Announcements. As always, many thanks to today's Rotary Yours recorder, Rudy and Laura, and all the communications committee for all you do to help this keep the club informed. Books and Bibs fundraiser last week to sell your tickets. Lynn, update?
So we're scheduled to draw the winning ticket in 7 days. As of yesterday, we had only sold 25% of the tickets. So much like other things, if we don't participate, we don't succeed. So please sell your tickets, write your check, and give it to me. Because we're drawing the winning ticket next week unless we have not sold enough tickets to cover the expenses of both the bibs and books and the winners. So we may have to entertain a motion to defer the winning ticket until everybody sells their tickets and turns them in so that we can do it. That's a threat.
Thank you, Lynn.
Hey, you know, sometimes we need a bulldog out there to get us going. So, all right. Well, some more good stuff from the Literacy Committee. I wanted to announce that all the slots to read up at Bush School for Charlotte's Web have been filled. So thank you, everyone. Self applause. All right. Also, the 2 slots to read at the Prendergast Library in our collaboration with the Humane Society have been filled. They're bringing a kitten and we're bringing the readers for a children's hour. So once again, thank you. All right. Now, last week I talked about the farm tour. for Bush School Elementary in connection with the Charlotte's Web. So the 2 dates, and you are welcome to participate. Just see me if you'd like to join in on Wednesday, Wednesday, May 17th. I guess it's the pre-K through first grade will be attending 9:45 to 11:15. So if you'd like to see a lot of excited children at a farm, let me know. Also on Friday, May 19th, that's second grade through fourth grade. Time's the same, 9:45 to 11:15. The farm is in DeWittville. I'll give you all the information. Just let me know if you'd like to join me. It's going to be a lot of fun. So thank you.
Thank you, Diana. May 8th, next week, Lisa Bishop, our district governor, is going to be here for her official visit. So if you could, please attend in person, get here a little bit early. We're going to have her Canadian national anthem. So if anybody has a flag, that'd be great. Let me know. And a toast as we normally do when the visiting district governor comes. Hands-on Jamestown, Saturday, May 20th. So that's coming up as well. So be ready for cleanup there. Ruth, any announcements?
So we have some guests today. Jennifer Harper is here with George. Jennifer, there she is, hiding in the back. And Joah's two sisters, Abigail and Sophia Kama, are here today. Okay, so the Battle of the Books is coming up, and at the Battle of the Books, we want very much to have a Rotary table to talk to the students about exchange students, exchange opportunities, and as well as scholarships. And so Sherry would love to have some assistance at the table, even if you're going to just be a smiling, greeting a person. If you don't know a lot about exchange, we'd still love to have more Rotarians at the table on May 13th. And you can get in touch with us if you need to know the time, because I don't have that at the top of my head. This Thursday, you've all got an email from me. Thursday, starting at 7, there's a Rotary training, and this is training specific to different officers of the club, including things like secretary and treasurer and the communications, which they're calling public image now, and membership. And what we would love very much, Joni and Lisa and all of us and Irene, we would love to have people who are willing maybe to be an assistant to help us out. We would love to have you attend these. So please, if you can, and if those are things that you would like to do for service to your club, this is the first way to sort of look and see if this is something you would like to do, what the responsibilities might be. So Thursday evening, that's what Thursday evening is. And then Saturday morning is all kinds of workshops. And we would love to have a Rotarian from this club at each one of the workshops. So if you can zoom in on Saturday morning, let me know, please, which one you're attending so we can follow up and find out about it.
I think there is a sign-up sheet going around. There are just 2 more Mondays that are left unfilled. We need 4 volunteers, 2 to do 50-50, 2 to be greeters before the end of this Rotary year. So I would appreciate looking at the sheets and keep it passed if it's not filled up yet. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. Birthday table. Let's give a warm welcome to Joni Blackman to help us celebrate May birthday.
right. Sorry, Barry, I didn't mean to step on your toes. All right, so we do this birthday celebration, every month because we need to support the Rotary Foundation. And this is an easy way for you to remember, oh yeah, I have a birthday. Oh, I should support the foundation. Many of you are Paul Harris Sustaining members, which is an obligation of $100 per year to the foundation. Be on your birthday month if possible. Anytime is good. So if you'd like to belong to that group, let me know. I have the paperwork for that. So on we go. Our first birthday we're celebrating is John Felton, and he's not here today, or he's hiding behind a post, or no. Okay, well, John Felton, who joined us back in 2022 in September, his birthday is May 8th, and he is the CEO of Southern Chautauqua Federal Credit Union, and Diana Meckley brought him to us. Happy birthday, John. Maybe he's online. I don't know who's online. Eric Harvey, his birthday is also May 9th. And he came to us in 2020, joined us. He's a financial advisor at Alliance Advisory Group. And he's on my board. And he was brought to the club by Randy Sweeney. Happy birthday, Eric. Next, let me look around the room. Is Max I. Miller? Is Max online or in the room? No. Max's birthday is May 11th. Max is an account executive at Sloan Milhuish Insurance. He joined in September of 2021, and he's a graduate of Arizona State University with a bachelor's in accountancy and a minor in business data analytics. And Mike Roberts brought him to the club. Happy birthday. Lillian Ney, she is an honorary member at this point. Her birthday is May 14th. She joined the club in 2008, and she's a retired physician, city council member, Gebby Foundation president, and a whole long list of things she's not retired from. And Jennifer Harkness and Dudley Erickson sponsored her. Happy birthday, Lillian. Megan Barone. Megan Barone is celebrating her birthday on May 14th. She has down here, she's Director of Development at UPMC Chautauqua. And she is a graduate of JCC, University of North Carolina, Charlotte, Walden University, and University of Arkansas, and Boston University. And she joined our club in 2011. Happy birthday, Megan. Now I have to clap especially loud because he's in the room. Happy birthday to Vince Horrigan. May 17th, he's retired from some government agency, flies around in airplanes. Graduate of Kent State University, Troy State University. He's a member of the Paul Harris Sustaining Club, the one I talked about in the beginning. Dudley Erickson is his sponsor, and he joined us in 1999. He's a past president, and he's a Paul Harris Fellow ×2. Happy birthday soon, Vince. And again, we have to clap loudly because Tim Edborg's in the room. Louder, louder. Tim says he's turning 50 on May 20th. He is a senior vice president with wealth management, and he has lots of letters after his name in his professional life. He works at UBS Financial, graduate of JCC, SUNY Buffalo, and SUNY Buffalo School of Dentistry. He attended and realized how messy it was and said, no, I'm not doing that. He joined in 1999. He's a past president. Oh, your sponsor was John Abramson. And he's a 3-time Paul Harris Fellow. Happy birthday, Tim. It's a shame you're so shy. Mary Schiller's birthday is May 23rd. She is a partner at Pheasant and Lawmer in D'Angelo. She's a graduate of Duke University and the University at Buffalo School of Law. And she doesn't have her sponsor written down, but I do believe I am her sponsor. And she joined us in 2021. And she was a Paul Harris Fellow in 1996. So obviously she's moving around from club to club. Happy birthday, Mary. Kevin Sixby's birthday is May 22nd. He is associated with the J. Edwards Insurance Agency. He's a graduate of Syracuse University and Baldwin Wallace and JCC. He joined the club in 2015, and his sponsor is Sharon Hamilton. He's a past president and a two-time Paul Harris Fellow. Happy birthday, Kevin. We're getting there. It was a busy month, 9 months before this. Irene Dobie's birthday is May 26th. She's retired director of the Small Business Development Corporation at JCC. She is a graduate of the Robert Morris University and Buffalo State College with a master's degree in education. And she joined the club in 1990. I don't have her sponsor. And she's a two-time Paul Harris Fellow. Happy birthday, Irene. Ollie Erickson. And his sponsor's not written down, but who do you think it was? I think it was Spud. Ollie's birthday is May 27th. He joined our club in 2002, and he's retired from the manufacturing sector. He went to Kent State and Thiel College, and he is a three-time Paul Harris Fellow. Happy birthday, Ollie. And last but not least, on May 27th, Todd Allen will celebrate his birthday. He is a senior vice president at Morgan Stanley, graduate of Elmira College, a member of the Paul Harris Sustaining Club. He was sponsored by Tim Edborg back in 2008. You remember that? You're not too old for that. And he is a past president and three-time Paul Harris Fellow. Happy birthday, Todd. So let's sing to the Mayflowers. How's that? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Mayflowers. Happy birthday to you. And the name I picked is Vince Horgan for the certificate.
So Joni said we're no longer sending letters in the mail. They will be emails for your birthday table reminder. So check your email when it's your birthday month, please. Please get your tickets ready as we welcome Sharon Hamilton for today's 50-50 drawing. $30 to the winner.
Is our 490? What the heck is going on? The last three numbers, 490.
Deb, congratulations. Deb Kathman, congratulations. Our Sergeant at Arms, Doug Conroe.
Good afternoon. Good to see a crowd here. It's great. And I thank you because I need to add to it. Debbie has been away for a bit and she's back. She did do some makeups, but in recognition of that, she has helped out the pot. I wanted to honor Denise, but I don't see her online. But I do see Chris getting his wallet out. Denise was pictured this past weekend, the Resource Center honoring longtime staff members. So that's good. They recognize that. And I'm glad to see. Oh, she's over getting a drink, so I'll have to when she comes back here. The WCA Foundation was recognized in the newspaper for Howard Hanna making a $10,000 contribution there. And I'm sure that 10% of it would love to come in here into the table. So thank you. And I see Kurt smiling at me, and I'm looking at the way he's dressed. And I know, see, JCC's been in the paper lately because they are collecting clothes for students to have when they go on business interviews and other things. So I think Kurt is modeling what JCC to be receiving. Dare you make any comments?
Sure. Well, we are starting a new program there for donated clothing for students. And so we are taking gently used clothes. If you have any that you'd like to donate, they really will go to a good cause.
Okay. And that sums up our recognitions for the day. Last week, we talked about the Rotary President's article in the month ago Rotarian magazine, and Bill Calla came up with the correct answer, fellowship. Now, if you look at this month's Rotary magazine, you might have noticed a follow-up to that. And you could have noticed that the president was saying, fill in the blank, of our members is the single greatest driver of member satisfaction and retention. So how would one fill in that blank? Blank is the single greatest driver of member satisfaction and retention. So what do you think the articles talked about? Who's bold and adventuresome? Joni, you're bold and adventuresome. That was last month, and then this month was follow up to comfort and care of our members. Comfort, similar, same thing, but you didn't get it. And then the article transitioned on to the next part, which is our incoming president has a mental health theme. So it all figures into that. Thank you. And if oh boy. That's kind. That's gracious. And Becky, in reading the Rotary magazine, there's a group in South Carolina district that has a fundraiser, and the fundraiser's acronym is CART, C-A-R-T. What does that stand for? Whole big bold face on that article. Lori's struggling there. Tori's struggling. Huh? So we got to get back to Rotarian magazine, I guess. Okay. Well, I think you were going to say Coins for Alzheimer's Research Trust. That is a project that the South Carolina Rotaries are taking on. So if you'd like to help the kitty, we'd appreciate that. And there may be some happy bucks.
Happy bucks. Anybody happy bucks?
Not sure if this is a happy buck or a fine, but you see on their tables, the Community Music Project Chorale concert is this coming Sunday at 4:00 at St. Peter and Paul Church. And there's like 70 singers, and we'll be singing. So we hope you will come hear us.
Thank you, Ruth. Mike, happy buck?
I don't know if any of you ever follow football, but the NFL draft was this past week. And I think the Bills picked maybe the top player in the draft in that tight end. And my Buckeyes had the number 2, the number 8, and maybe 3 in the first round. Jackson Smith-Njigba, CJ Stroud, and a offensive lineman. And I'm proud of those boys.
Thank you, Mike. Anybody else? Happy Bucks. Sun's out shining. Anybody happy about that? I'll put $1 in. Program. Oh, we got one more.
First one is for the New York State DEC released on Friday for Arbor Day. The round 16 grants, which part of it says they need partnerships for these communities to apply for the grants, and they are pushing for Rotary clubs. Be part of that for planted grants. So if we know communities who need new trees, this is only a 25% match. We get a lot of trees planted throughout the county. Maintenance grants, that's for maintenance grants. And then the inventories and management plans are no cost to them. So they can apply for free money to get to know what they have. And they are, like I said, promoting Rotaries to be involved with this program. Second one is I leave after this meeting to pick up my son in Charleston at the Citadel, which 2 weeks ago, I can't tell you the official name of it, but he got handed the sword. That is a big honor. Only 50 kids out of the 800 get the sword every year, and then they try out for it. But I can't post nothing. You can't share nothing. It's very secretive little society, but he did get picked, and he did get chosen for first sergeant for Lima, which he turned down because it would have negatively impacted so many of his friends if he took it. And he said, no, thank you. He put his friends first before his dream. Well, there's mine.
It is my pleasure to welcome Sherry Kroll, introduce our speaker today.
Sorry, that took me a couple minutes to get up here. Hi, everybody. I haven't seen you in a while, so I just put some money in the bucket for that. And I'm happy to be here. I do have a couple of business items before I introduce our speaker for today. First of all, we have some visitors on the Zoom meeting, which is where you'll usually find me. So I was very excited to see that we were there. We have Joah's parents are with us from where he'll tell you where he's from. So they're here to listen to their son speak. And thank you. We also have, I'm going to ruin your last name, Ad Vermeulen from the Brantford Club. He's here in support of Esme Hind. And I probably mispronounced your name too, Esme. I'm sorry. But Esme, I'm going to tell you a tiny bit about her and why she's here. And then she'll say hi real quick. Esme is an 11th grade student at North Park Collegiate in Brantford, and she lives with her parents, the dogs and a cat. She has an older sister, I'm sorry, who moved out. She said her parents will be hosting an exchange student from Italy during the year that she goes to Denmark. So that's kind of cool. She's going to be in Denmark. We think it's kind of neat that Joah will be going home and she'll be going over there too. So I'm sure they'll have a chance to meet up. We are sponsoring Esme through our club because we didn't have any applicants last year. So we're very fortunate that the Brantford Club did, and we can send her so that we can then welcome someone. But first I want Esme just to say hi real quick, and hopefully she'll come up on the screen.
Hi, can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can.
All right, perfect. I would just like to say thank you again. I am so excited about going on exchange, and without you guys, that wouldn't be possible. And I know that the exchange students getting sent out from Brantford are really amazing too, and they're gonna have a great time too. So it's amazing that all three of us would be able to go. So thank you guys, and thank you for letting me join your meeting and listen in and see Joah's presentation. So thank you guys.
Thank you very much, Esme, for taking time out of your day, and also to Odd and to Joah's parents. I really appreciate the fact that I'm super, obviously, involved in youth exchange, and I can't make it to the meetings usually. So I very much appreciate the fact that I and other people from as far away as Denmark can attend our Monday afternoon meetings. So thank you for that. I have one more announcement before I introduce our speaker, and that is that we have found out that next year, thanks to Esme and Odd, we will be getting a boy from Brazil. And I'm also going to make a mess of his name, but his name is I can't say it. Hoken Capraz. He's a 15-year-old from Brazil, and I'm sorry that I messed up his name when I'll find out how to pronounce it right. We're just filling out the paperwork from him now. He should be coming in mid-August. He's a soccer player, so hopefully we'll get him on the Southwestern soccer team. We have a few host families that have volunteered. It's not solidified, so I don't want to announce everybody's names yet, but Lisa and Jay Yagi will be the first hosts for Hokem. Help me out. Does anybody know how to say that name? Oh, well. So that was my announcement. Now it is my extreme pleasure to introduce to you my friend and your friend, Joah Molholm. Joah is going to tell us a little bit about his home country and a bit about himself. And he's been a great pleasure to have here. He's got a lot of traveling in the next couple of months before he leaves. He only has 4 more Rotary meetings. June 12th, I think, is his last meeting. So keep that in mind if you want to talk to him, if you want to do anything with him. He's a busy guy, but he'd love to see you. And I think we're going to have a going away gathering for him on the Friday after the 4th of July, which I think is the 7th, because he goes home to Denmark on the 8th. So anyways, welcome, Joah, if you want to come up and tell us a little bit about Denmark. He's way in the back, so it'll take him a second.
Thank you, Sherry. All right. You hear me all right? Excellent. So I'm here today to talk to you guys about Denmark, where I'm from, obviously. So I hope you'll enjoy it. First of all, Denmark, as you see here, is located in the northern Europe in what we call Scandinavia, just over Germany, beneath Sweden and Norway. And it is surrounded by water, which is quite important for Denmark's electricity production, which we will comment on later as well. Denmark is, in fact, a kingdom in the way that we have a monarch, we have a queen. Denmark stretches over 16,500 square miles, and we have a small population of 5,800,000. So to put that in perspective, if you take New York City, split it in half, there you go. A big point of pride in Denmark is that we got nominated to be the happiest country in the world. So that's awesome. Another fact is that we have the oldest flag in the world, but I will come into that later on as well. This is my family. You see on this picture. I've got 2 older sisters. My mom, she is 52. She works at a local school in my hometown. My dad works at a cultural center in the administration. My sister, my older sister, she is now 24 and she works with kids. And my youngest older sister is 22 and she is currently traveling around Mexico for 3 more months. Yeah, she sailed from Copenhagen to Panama City and now she's just traveling with friends. Yeah, she's living life. I've always been traveling a lot with my family, as we see here on the picture on the bottom right. We were in Australia. We've been all over Europe. We went to the Dominican Republic. We love traveling. And I think that plays a huge part in why I'm here today. Like, I love it and it's great. I got some Danish people here in case that you might know some of them. I know Denmark is a very small country, but that's a slight chance. We got Christian Eriksen right here, top left. He is a soccer player, in case any of you watch soccer. He plays in the Premier League. And yeah, next to Christian, we got Lucas Graham, and he's an artist. He wrote he sang a very famous song called 7 Years. But no, don't know if you heard it, but it's Danish now you know. Right of that, we got Hans Christian Andersen. He is a writer, and he wrote, for example, The Little Mermaid. He wrote The Ugly Duckling, and he's also a big pride in Denmark. Under Christian, we have Niels Bohr. Now, Niels Bohr in 1913 came up with a model of an atom, basically, and he then got how do you say it? An element called after him, borium. Fun fact. We got Mads Mikkelsen. He's an actor. He's been in, I heard that, yeah, he is great. He's been in tons of movies and shows. That? He does. He's been in movies as The Pusher, Casino Royale, Marvel's Doctor Strange. You might not know who he is, but I'm sure you've seen him in movies too. And to end off, we have Colleen Wozniacki. She's a famous tennis player. She won the Grand Slam and a WTA final. The Danish flag. The story goes that it was June 15, 1219, a battle in Estonia, and Denmark was out of luck. We were losing a battle until the skies above cleared out and a red cross fell from the sky. And Denmark ended up winning the battle, and since that has been our national flag. We use the flag in tons of traditions. We use it for birthdays, for Christmas. Yeah, we put it on our flag. It's very proud, I guess. Now, Vikings is obviously a big part of the Danish history, the Scandinavian history in general, actually. But the Danish Vikings were known for being ruthless. They raided in England, parts of France, and that all happened in the 793 AD. So long time ago. In that era as well, things look good. Technical errors. Wish. I guess you could say that hygge is a way of living. It's a feeling of coziness that you spend with people you love. I can describe it by saying that you wake up a cold December morning, you get some hot cocoa, you watch a Christmas movie with the people you love, and it's one of those moments where all your concerns, they disappear and you just want to stay there forever. Yeah, exactly. Rotary is very hygge. And I think it pays a great deal why Denmark is the happiest country in the world, because if you think about it, we got awful weather, we got awful high tax rates, so why are we this happy? I would definitely blame it on hygge. I'm sure you all experienced it, even though you're not aware of it, but now has a name, at least in Danish. 18. There we go. Okay. Danish food is it's kind of special, actually, to be honest. Well, let's go over it. First up, we have a roast pork sandwich. It's not so much the sandwich that especially is Danish, but more the roast pork. We eat it a lot around Christmas, and it's a great tradition because, well, it's very tasty. Under this, we have interesting. It's a pate, and it's basically chopped up liver from a pig. It does honor advertising, I know, but it is very delicious. We got some Danishes here, and yeah, they're not Danish, but we'll take the credit for it. Over our lovely Danishes, which is Austrian, we got we call it smørbrød, and it's basically an open-faced sandwich. Not very unique, but again, very good. We got herring, and also tradition is herring. We eat it with curry sauce, and it's not very delicious, but I guess some people think so. Also eaten a lot around Christmas. Yes. So that's one of the things I eat a lot here. Take a toast, you toast it, you put some cheese on it, and you put some jam on it. Yeah, I'm not crazy. It's good. Try it for yourself. It doesn't have a name, just toast, cheese, jam. Yeah. Yes, Joah's toast. Try it for yourself. You might like it. Next up is Danish Christmas. Now, we are very big fans. We find Christmas it's very unique. It's very special. I'll try to describe a Danish Christmas for you. So we celebrated on the 24th. And when we were younger, we would wake up around, well, very early, let's say 6. We'd go to the living room and we'd put on this Christmas show. It runs all day long and it only runs once a year. So that's how we would spend our mornings until our parents eventually would wake up. We would go bake these Christmas treats. For example, these ginger cookies and what we call æbleskiver, which is puffed up pancakes, and you can eat it with jam again and powdered sugar. Sounds delicious, and it is. Then eventually we would go to church. Oh, I stand in front of the camera, I'm sorry. We'd go to church, and when we come home from church, the house would smell like nice duck, because that's what we eat for Christmas. We eat duck, and it's delicious. But before we were to eat dinner, we would dance around the Christmas tree. Everybody would take each other's hands, and we'd dance in a circle over and over, singing Christmas carols. Well, once we're done with that, we'd dance around the entire house. Every single room, every single corner. It's exhausting. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. Okay. Fastelavn, or it's translated to Mardi Gras. It goes back to the Catholic period in 1536, where the people, well, there's no easy way to put this. They would put a black cat in a barrel, and then they would beat it. Yeah, they beat it until the cat is dead. I guess they were trying to symbolize the cat was evil, and they would kill it to demolish the evilness and chase it away for some good luck, maybe. Who knows? But now it is very much more friendly. Kids dress up in costumes, and they put candy in the barrel. They don't put a cat in it anymore. And then they beat it, kid by kid, one hit at a time. So the kid, to knock out all the candy, would get nominated Queen of Cats. Yeah, it's a big title. And the kid to knock down the last piece of wood, then be the King of Cats. Every single year, over and over. Copenhagen. Syria fairy tales, happiest city in the world. Even though that the taxes are high, I guess Copenhagen is happy. We have short work days, free college tuition, which is, well, that's all of Denmark, actually. But Copenhagen is especially known for its architecture and the Carlsberg beer. Any of you beer lovers know that? Carlsberg? Danish. So if you haven't been there already, I highly recommend it. A little trip to Denmark to see Copenhagen. It's beautiful. So Ærø is an island in the southern part of Denmark, and I attend to college there. It's habited of 5,000, mostly elderly people. So the towns are very small and it's very local, and I absolutely love it. So I go there, I live there, and when I want to go home, It's a 7 hours public transport. I have to go with buses. I have to go with ferries and trains. Yeah, it's not very fun. So I stay there most of the time. Yeah. This is my hometown, Skien, located in the western part of what we call Jutland. It's the part of Denmark that's connected to Germany. It's the big chunk. The western part of that is where I live. My parents live. We're around 7,000 people in Skien. Again, very small, a little similar to Jamestown, if you will. It's known for the the Skien River, which is the longest river in Denmark and is also a habitat to tons of bird species. Then we got this guy in the left corner. I guess he's a folklore. We call him Holger the Dane. And he was a Viking. And the story goes that when Denmark is going under, I guess you can say, he's supposed to rise from his tomb and save the Danes. So, yeah. You do need one of those. Legos. They're Danish. Yeah. Founded by the guy Ole Kirk Christiansen. Now the Legos, it's actually 2 words, Lego. Leg, L-E-G, in Danish means play, and G-O means well. So the word Lego translates into play well. And I'm sure some of you have grandkids who are very, very big fans of Legos. And when you think about it, kids, yeah, you got kids, right? Some of you maybe, I don't know. But yeah, that's Legos and it's Danish. Next up, we got Maersk, which is a container shipping company, the second biggest in the world, actually. One of these guys hold up 18,400 containers. That's a lot. So whenever you get goods from overseas, there's a pretty decent chance that they've been on one of these Danish ships. Clean energy is also a thing we're very good at in Denmark. Since the oil crisis in 1973, we've done a lot with windmills, especially windmill farms. We built the then world's biggest windmill farm in 2002, and then another one in 2009, and another one in 2019. And then September 15, 2019, midnight to midnight, all the windmill parks in Denmark generated enough power to meet the demand of all the Danes, just the windmills alone. That's kind of impressive, given the fact that we have solar power as well. Even though it does such a small fraction of the power we generate, it really puts it into perspective how efficient you can use windmills. I just think it's great. Yeah, that's what I have. Thank you for listening. And if you have questions, that's now. Okay, I guess that's good. Zoom? Any questions on Zoom? Oh, there's my parent. You see him right there next to me, the waving all the way from Denmark. Well, I want to say thank you guys for the opportunity and thank you for hosting me. It's been a wonderful year and wouldn't have been possible without any of you. So thank you, really.
One quick announcement.
So we have 10 lottery tickets that have been returned that we need to sell before everybody leaves. So my 10 best friends, or 9, because I'll buy one, need to come up here and buy one of these for me. How's that? $25. Just come on up.
I just want to say thank you for your presentation this afternoon. We've really enjoyed having you here at our Rotary Club. You're a great young man with a bright future, so we're going to miss you when you're gone, but thank you for that presentation. Very interesting learning about all that Denmark has to offer and fun facts like the Legos. So one of Rotary's major international programs is to eradicate polio in the world. In honor and thanks for your presentation to our Rotary Club today, we will make a donation in your name that will vaccinate 4 children who will never experience polio in their life. So thank you again for your presentation this afternoon. With that, remember this year's international theme, Imagine Rotary. Thank you, and we are adjourned.
All right, excuse me. One last. Yeah, okay. So June 2nd to 4th, I am going to Buffalo. I'm going to do a 0.5-kilometer fun run. And if anybody is interested in sponsoring me, which I hope you are, I got sign-up sheets. So please sign up. We need it.